Hello, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to disconnect the fuel lines on your GM vehicle. Stay tuned. There's a couple different types of tools you could use for this job. There's this type of tool right here and these types as well. Both can be purchased at your local parts store. I've lost hours of my life trying to use these tools. I would strongly recommend using this type of tool and not this type of tool. Let's jump right into it and take a look at these lines on my 98 Corvette. Now the reason why these fuel lines are so difficult to disconnect is because of these 4 metal tabs on the inside. Now you can see this metal ridge right here on the clip clips over the ring on the hard line. In other words, if I was to connect this fuel line to the hard line, we would hear a click as all 4 of these connectors snap over the ring. Conversely, in order to remove this connector, what we need to do is push all 4 of these connectors back at the same time in order to push them out and over the ring. That's where this tool comes into play. We will insert it inside of this disconnect tool, which will push back all 4 of those connectors, allowing us to pull off the line. So for this demonstration, we'll push this fuel line back onto the hard line and we would expect to hear a clip. You can see now that those clips are resting in front of the ring, thereby holding this thing on very securely. The trick here will be to use the right sized tool. The attachment needs to fit inside of our clip in order to push back those metal clips effectively. You can really see the difference between these 2 types of tools now. See how soft and flimsy this one is? It's not going to do a good job of pushing back those metal clips, whereas this one is much more robust and will be able to do that. What we'll do is clip it over the hard line like this. With the tool on the hard line, we're going to push these 2 towards each other. That will open up the metal clips on the inside and we'll be able to pull this back. So one more time, let's push this back on and hear the clip. Take your tool over the hard line, push it towards each other, pull it off. Now this particular location was easy to film, so I chose it, but there's a good chance you're trying to disconnect one of these along the frame of your car or back by the fuel pump, so it might be a good idea to practice on one that's in a better location. I don't want you to be discouraged at how easily I got it off. There's a good chance you'll be struggling for 5, 15, 30 minutes. I've done this so many times that I know not to use these and I know to use the right tool. If you want to see how much of a struggle these are, watch my video on removing the fuel pump on this car. Now this goes without saying, but when you disconnect your fuel lines, you're going to have fuel coming out. Depending on where it is, it might be a few drops or it might be gushing like at the fuel pump. At a minimum, you'll want a bunch of rags. Probably a good idea to have a bucket and fire extinguisher as well. Make sure you open up your garage door and get a fan going. Even if it's cold or rainy, those fumes can really get to you. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you go and buy the right tool before you start this job. I hope this gives you more confidence to take off those annoying GM fuel lines. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.